got to get you a new broad because that old broad gonna keep seeing you as who you are. Yeah, now, I mean, listen, that's real talk, man, and I lived that. That ain't no game I got. That's game I lived. That's game I lived and came to that understanding. That every woman wanted me to stay where I was. Not just women. It's some friends that I had that I could see they wanted me to stay where I was. Some of my OGs, they wanted me to stay where I was. Some of my mentees, some of my big bros wanted me to stay where I was, and that was under them. And it was all fun and games when they was giving me the game and they saw how excited I was about the game. It wasn't fun and games when I started pulling up in Benzes and Rolls Royces and condos and knocking this broad and knocking that broad. And it was different energy. Yeah, my bros, man, I used to tell my bros, man, I have nothing. They have nothing. A motherfucking Nissan that one of my bitches wrecked too. She wrecked that shit too. And we just grinding. And we in Vegas. We ain't even living there yet. We trying to get some weeklies. And I'm looking at these buildings sitting out there on the strip. And I'm telling them, like, listen, we going to be at the top of this motherfucker one day. Yeah. We going to be at the top of this motherfucker one day. Yeah, you going to be up there. And it was all fun and games. And yeah, daddy, we going to make it. Till we was finally there having 3-4 condos in the same condo building. Then it was, now you trying to run this broad off. Now you trying to give me a problem every day. Now it was a problem. You know, so sometimes these women are going to want to relegate you to who you used to be instead of who you are because they feel the insecurity within themselves that if he gets too big, he going to leave me. Or if he gets too big, he has options that are better than me. That's why I always tell my women, hey, work on yourself. Let's stay in the gym. Let's stay all of this, right? So you don't never get to feeling like that. See, bitch, I'm not going to feel like that. I'm a righteous individual. And if you stayed down with me when I was on my come up, bitch, I don't care what you look like. I don't care how much better of a bitch I can get. I'm going to fuck with you because you stayed down with me, right? But so I'm not making you work on yourself for me. Bitch, I'm making it so you won't feel insecure. I'm going to be solid regardless. If you're doing everything you're supposed to do now and you was here before, it don't matter what better looking bitch come around. You still going to have what you got because you was here. It's for your insecurities, bitch, that you got to be getting better because it's your deficiencies and insecurity within yourself that projects onto me something I didn't even do yet. And guess what? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because you're thinking about it all the time. You're manifesting in this world that I am going to leave. And because you're thinking that and putting that energy out, your demeanor is a different way with me. And you start doing little subconscious things that make that end up happening and end up pushing me away to the exact thing that you feared. You know, and it is what it is. It's your insecurities, bitch. It ain't me. You know, they want to trick you into believing that you're less than you are. That's why don't nothing keep a bitch in check like another bitch. Yeah, let me let you see how these bitches think I'm a superstar. So, bitch, what's going on over here? How you talking to me? You better be looking at me the way these bitches look, because why would I be over here? And so sometimes you got to let the bitch know, yeah, bitch, who you think you fooling? Talking to me like I'm less than this king. Okay, let me show you, because you think that I don't know who I am, right? Okay, let me show you these. Come over here. Yeah, what you say? Oh, I'm what? Yeah, and what? And you like, yeah, you like all that? Okay, now, bitch, check it out. I know who I am. So all this game you playing, trying to act like you don't want to show me who I am, bitch, I already know. So you better get it together and start treating me like you know and I know who I am. These bitches be playing these psychological games. You know how many dudes I know paying all the bills, doing this, doing that, man? The woman that he's with, life would fall apart if he didn't pay her rent, if he didn't pay her car note, if he didn't pay for all of this shit. And yet she sit up here and talk to this nigga like he nobody. Bitch, your whole life will fall apart if it wasn't for me. How dare you, bitch? Put some respect on my name when you come in this house. But she has tricked the man into believing that he ain't shit. Not knowing it's a million women out there that would love to get that treatment. But it's a psychological game. That's why you can't look to the bitch for about who you is. Bitch, I'm him regardless. Regardless of what I got, regardless of where I'm at, because I know deep down inside who I am and who I'm going to become. So that's why you can't look for validation from no bitch, really nobody, period. Because then they telling you who you are. Nah. You always got to tell yourself you great. Shout out to Rory, always coming through with it. 1999 game appreciation. Cool Rob 50 with the 1999. Shout out to you. Yeah, the credit course is in the bundle, man. I hope you didn't say that, but it is in there, man. I used to charge $5,000 for that course, then $2,500 for that course. And I just kind of just started giving, my some of my close friends who do that, sending people to their thing. So I stopped really promoting mine at all. But it's in the bundle. So yeah, for that little ass price, y'all could go get a damn near $5,000 course. And my girl told me I should take it out, but I don't listen to what the bitch say, man. Nah, she was trying to be helpful though, but I figured I'm gonna leave it in there. Earl Nightingale, the strangest secret. Yeah, you become what you think about most of the time. Y'all ever heard of Earl Nightingale? You become what you think about most of the time, and then it's a strange phenomenon. Everything that I obsessed about becoming, I became. I didn't always used to look like this. I ain't even always used to sound like this. You wouldn't even recognize me 15, 20 years ago. But I became everything that I wanted to become, and I'm still evolving. There's different things that I want to evolve and become. But what it was is I was so obsessed with being what I wanted to be. And that's why I also say, too, man, be real careful what you pick to be. All of my mentors, and this is deep. I ain't even really think about this. All of my high-level mentors, you know what they told me? They said that they wish they shot bigger. And these are guys 100 million plus. They said, all of them at different times told me, like, one thing that I regret is I wish I shot bigger. I wish I tried to get more. And that's how I start to having that realization myself. Like, damn, be careful what you spend your time and energy on, because you're damn near could get whatever you want. And then you'll get to what you got and you'll realize, damn, I could have shot for way bigger. It would have took 5-10 years to damn near accomplish anything if I'd have just had a bigger goal in sight. But what we like to do is we like to go with the thing that's going to be the quickest return. You could build a $100 million company in 10 years, 15 years, right? But instead of going for that, you'll say, I'm going to go ahead and get this $120,000 a year job because I know I could train in 6 weeks and get started in 6 weeks. And this is nothing to real estate, but also it's really, I could go get my real estate license real quick. I could go get my nail tech license in whatever. I can go do massaging. I'm not saying nothing wrong with these things, right? Do whatever you got to do to survive and get where you're going. But what I'm saying is we often tend to go for things that are going to be quick and the quickest and easiest return. But if it's quick and anybody could do it, then guess what? That's why the pay isn't going to be super high. But let's just say this. You pick any one of those things and you just do it on a regular basis for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years. You still got up and went to work for 9 fucking years. Think about that person who said, you know what, I'm going to try to start me an entrepreneur. I'm going to try and do these things. And in 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, they end up having $10 million in the bank, made $100 million company, or even if they shot way lower than that and still had a few million. Really think about it. Y'all did the same amount of work. Y'all did the same amount of work. I don't know. Maybe that helps somebody. Go read The Magic of Thinking Big. Why do women apply pressure on me as soon after first time meeting them, expect a whole relationship when we barely know each other, and catching feelings and wanting all a nigga time? Because they like you, right? And if they see value in you, then guess what? Let me try to lock this nigga down before somebody else lock him down, because I see so much value in him. I think it would be obvious that anybody else will get him. So let me get him for nobody else can. I mean, that's one thing about all these women do. If you have a woman, man, she gonna want to see you all the time. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but it's just one of those things. A man has to always recognize his biggest and most valuable asset, and that is his time and his energy, because that is his life. And we often give it to the woman because she wants it so bad and never stop to let her know, like, listen, what you're asking me for is not something small. What you're asking me for is worth more than money, because in this time I can make an infinite amount of money. So you're taking my entire life, and what I can do in the time that I'm spending with you could give me a completely different life. And you're asking me for it every day and making me feel bad about not giving it to you because you don't value what it actually is. But you kind of do, though, because that's why you want it so bad. You know, they want your life force. So if you don't have the discipline or the coldness to recognize your value and be able to tell that woman, no, we not watching Netflix and chilling today. No, we not going to dinner today. No, yes, Labor Day weekend. No, we're not going on that yacht. I got things that I need to be doing. And then if you're one of those people who know you got a woman who's flawed and she gonna go do them things anyway, and so now only reason you want to go is because you know she gonna be going. So it's like you not gonna handle your business because you know if you don't go, she's gonna go, and you don't want your woman out of these places drinking by herself. Then you should just not have no woman until you get to where you going. Sometimes you got to know yourself and know I'm too weak that if she asks me, I'm gonna neglect what I'm doing. A lot of dudes I know, they use women like that. Yeah, you ain't really want to work on your business. So when she asks you to do something, you acquiesce really quickly because you ain't really want to do it anyway. You ain't really want to go to the gym. So when she asks you to do something, it was easy for you to say yes. You really using her as the reason, but it's really you.